So in this session, we will learn about React Native and Expo, and also discussed about iOS development. So first, I will show you the uh, code structure or folder structure of React Native CLI and Expo CLI. Actually, when we are building applications in for Android applications or iOS applications. So we generally used React Native or Expo to create mobile applications. Basically, when we are using a React Native CLI, we have overall code code level access, just like we can use native modules or something like that. But when we are using Expo, so we just create a simple applications or not make a full-fledged or complex applications in React in X. So generally, the code structure of React Native is we have iOS folder and Android folder. Actually, these folders are very important for developing React Native applications. And the iOS folder mainly used in iOS development, and Android is used for Android purpose. Inside Android folder, we have build.gradle, build.property, and settings.gradle. So here we have build tool version, minimum SDK version, compatible version, and NDK version and Kotlin version. Basically, in React Native 0.73, we have included these NDK versions. Before we not have any NDK version or support for the React Native applications. Previously, we are using other kind of things in React Native to make it user friendly or something like that. But here we are using NDK for supporting other uh, or optimizing native applications. So, what is SDK version? But just like that, we have Android Studio. So we are using some SDK versions to create our application. So the version number is used to make a boundary to create application. Just like we can use SDK version 23 and the highest version is 34. So if we increase this version or downgrade the version, it will affect our development process due to some applications are not able to run on a specific device or something like that. So recently I have a question from our developer side to show you the main thing. You can see here we have two files, main activity.kt and main application.kt. Previously, we are using main application.java, not KT. KT stand for Kotlin and Java already used in our previous versions, just like we are using React Native 0.63. Here we have .java file. Now, after upgrading the applications from 0.63 to 0.73, we have the Kotlin support. Also, in 0.73, we have deeper support for debugging the React Native. And in the right side here, this is the Expo applications. Expo majorly used for small applications and we not have a native modules access, just like we can modify any permissions or create a pod file or something like that. So in Expo, we have limitations for create build a application. So you can also see the folder structure is overall just like a React.js application or Next.js application. So this is not too much complex to create simple apps. So this is the difference between Expo and React Native. Now I am showing you the how we create a build and other kind of things in React Native. So first of all, if you want to create an application in React Native, so you just need to run this command npx react native init or project name. After running this command, you create a project in your the same directory. To run the project, you need to run this npx react native start, right? So it will helps you to create applications easily. And I also show you other commands to develop a React Native application. So if you want to run it in Android, it will run the Android eh, in the application in the Android phone. Otherwise, if you want to run the application in iOS, you need to run this command npx react native run Android run iOS. So if you want to create an APK or a bundle file, you need to switch the directory using cd android. After that, you can run this command assembly release. It will make a release file of your application, and you can share it using the APK file. For Expo, you can use these commands just like React Native. Also, most commands are similar, just like npx expo start and expo run android expo run iOS. So major difference is in expo or React Native, it React Native offer over control of native code, and the expo not have a full control of native modules, so you cannot create a full-fledged or big applications in Expo. Also, for uh, Expo development, you need to use a specific packages, just like you can search. If you want to create a uh, camera functionality, so you just need to install these commands or run these commands. Just you can see Expo camera. This is the package for creating or making a functional camera with Expo. So this is the package for that. Otherwise, if you are using a React Native for application development, you can use React Native camera. These are all packages for React Natives. Otherwise, you can use these package for Expo and other package for React Native. Here is a setup guidance for React Native. And here is a updated feature from React Native for framework. If you want to install it with framework, you can use this documentation. Otherwise, if you want to start with without a framework, you need to run these commands or create your project. There is a one another case, and also I learn about the upgrade process of React Native. So this is the website called React Native Upgrade Helper. So we can just put here the application name and the application package name and the current version. Such as we have React Native 65.3 version, and we need to switch to 0.75. You just fill these fields as per your project, and after that you will see all the updates related to your version. If you want to switch to the latest version, you need to just follow this documentation and do changes manually. After that, your project is on the up to date, or you can say your project inherit all these things which is required for upgrade application. So when we are using or creating applications in React Native, we just need one thing, which is a build tool. Suppose we are using Android Studio, it will create application for Android devices. And to create a build for iOS, you need to have Mac OS, and it will help you to create iOS applications. Just here, I will explain you how to open or how to create applications in iOS. The limitation is you cannot create iOS applications in Android Studio. So I just go to my directory where my project belongs. You need to go to the iOS folder. Inside iOS, you need to search for a file called Xcode workspace, right? Application name .xc workspace. Just double click on it. It will open Xcode automatically. First thing is clear your build folder. It will clear your all cache and other things automatically. After that, you need to define all these things, just like iOS minimum development version, and include all certificates, just like we have com.kular smart device. This is our bundle identifier. It will identify the bundle, just like you are installing applications in your mobile application in your Android mobile. सपोज कि आपने एक एप्लीकेशन को 2 बार इंस्टॉल कर लिया और उनके बंडल आइडेंटिफायर को चेंज कर लिया, तो आपके मोबाइल में एप्लीकेशन तो एक हो गई, लेकिन वो दोनों के बिल्ड वर्जन अलग अलग होने की वजह से वो तुम्हें 2 बार दिखाई देगी. सो इसका पर्पस ये है. एंड here we also have some background modules and other resources or libraries provided by iOS. And this is the tool for creating iOS applications. So how can we create application? Just click on it, this run button. It will create a bundle. Here is an exception from our application due to some packages issue or maintaining or upgrading application. So it will also show you all the errors and warnings in your project. If you want to create a archive build for uploading it to Play Store or App Store, you just need to click on the product. Here we have archive. If you want to click on it, it will again create a build and it will upload it to your test flight or test flight beta. If you want to create a normal build, you can click on the product and run. It will create a iOS application in the development environment for testing purpose or uh, for debugging purpose. So this is the iOS tool for creating a build. And will also show you some other things. Suppose your application going, your application size is increasing as per your packages sizes. Just like you install multiple packages and other legacy packages, it will increase your application size. So how can we reduce it? So one thing for the just give me a few seconds. Inside Android folder, we have build.gradle, right? And we make here build script and repositories. So here we are using use legacy packages equal to true. It means it use legacy packaging for creating a build or making a bundle for your application. It will reduce the size of your application, right? Inside app folder, Android app, and this is the file bundle.gradle. It will reduce the size approx 25% or 30% as per your uh, packages size or something like that. Here is one more thing related to build architecture or some. If you want to create a specific architecture build, just like you want to create a build for 64 architecture or 84 architecture, you want to uh, include these things here, right? Just like we are creating these files or these architectures x84, ARM64, VBA, and x86 and 64. If you not mention any of these, it will automatically create a universal build to upload and share your APK file. But if you want to, if you just specify these architecture, it will just simply create a build for this same architecture you provided. Suppose you want to create a build for 86 architecture. So you just need to include these here and remove other architectures. But the issue is, if your device is not supporting 86 architecture and you created a build for 86 architecture, then your application is crashed or not support your Android SDK version. It will not install, or it will also have some issues while installing the application. So we need to uh, create universal build for make it not just like we can say कि वो एक तरीके से आर्किटेक्चर पे बिल्ड आर्किटेक्चर पे एकदम लाई ना करे कि मुझे यही वाला आर्किटेक्चर चाहिए, बाकी आर्किटेक्चर मैं यूज नहीं कर पाऊंगा। तो उस चीज़ के लिए हमें यूनिवर्सल आर्किटेक्चर वाली बिल्ड अपलोड करनी पड़ती है या बनानी पड़ती है, जिसके थ्रू हम क्या करते हैं कि वो एक तरीके की शेयरेबल बिल्ड हो जाती है, जिसके थ्रू हम उस एप्लीकेशन को किसी भी यूज़र के मोबाइल और डिवाइस पे रन कर सकते हैं। This is the part of React Native training. So if you have any question, you can ask. Any?
Hello, Manoj.
Yes.
Yeah, I have one question. Basically, you're talking about the architecture version. So
Mhm.
I just want to ask, like, is this the Android or iOS architecture or the microprocessor architecture you're talking about?
Uh, Microprocessor.
Okay.
Actually, just like we can say, our Android device or iPhone device also having some architecture to process the data, or we can say do multitasking for that, right?
Yeah.
Just like we have a system and uh, using 64 architecture or 84 architecture,
Hmm.
just like that we are also having the architecture in Android phones or iPhone. So it will create a universal build for both devices if you include these kind of architectures,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes, Manoj, can you once more explain the usage of NDK version? You explained that about the minimum NDK version, the maximum NDK version.
Yes. So previously we are using no, we are not using any kind of NDK version in our application, right? Because in React Native 0.73, we are not having any NDK or NDK versions for that. But in 0.73 React Native, we have support for NDK. So we need to specify this thing, or we need to install the NDK in our system or in our project level things.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
got it.
Also, there is one more thing. There is a namespace, right? So you also need to mention this build architecture or package application package name here as same as NDK version. Otherwise, your some packages are not compatible with your application. Also, we did some node module changes here, just like in React Native Camera, React Native Node, Nordic DFU. So we just increase or also mention these compatible version, build version, right? So this is the importance of configurations of applications in React Native. If you mention all the configurations carefully and uh, using React Native version upgrade, it will help you to maintain or create your application easily.
Okay, thank you, Manoj.
Anyone?
Hello,
Yes.
Manoj, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, Priyan just say कि why we use NDK version.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think you are just telling means we are not using NDK version in RN application, right?
Previously, we are not using, but in upgraded application, we are using it.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yes.
question is why we use NDK version. What is the main purpose of NDK?
Okay. So, main purpose of NDK version is just like we also increase our node version, right? So when we are installing or compiling our React application, it will goes through NDK. So NDK is a kind of we can say a compiler that help us to create our build seamlessly, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Manoj.
You can also go to with ChatGPT or other kind of learning platforms. It will also clarify all the things to you. So there is any question from your side or anyone?
All thing clear.
Okay. So
Oh,
thank you all.
thank you.
Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you,
Okay.
Manoj.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.